Good day, mate, and welcome to the Australian Grand Prix down under here. And it's going to be a cracker, isn't it, in Melbourne? Um, Melbourne Albert Park, yeah, that's the one. Melbourne Albert Park. And goodness me, I was going to I was going to Adelaide. Was like, goodness gracious me, I need to get out of 1995. Yes, welcome to ALR from welcome to Bronze, and welcome to what promises to be a absolutely stonking, storming Grand Prix. Look at that, we got rain already. Oh, I love it. Oh, I gotta say, we had absolute a deluge last night, didn't we? In Silver, it was a magnificent Grand Prix. I really enjoyed that. Apart from the shenanigans that happened towards the end, which was a bit unfortunate to say the least. Duncan Davis left the session there, so I think he's absolutely apoplectic with seeing this rainfall. I must say, at this time of year in Australia, I wouldn't expect to see much rain, but of course we have had rain-affected races in the past in Australia. 2010 comes to mind. Remember when Jenson Button won his first ever Grand Prix for the McLaren team? We had, was it 90? Nope, that's not it. Wasn't it 2003? Was there a bit of drizzle as well? Something along that. Something along that. Maybe. I know that we've had, and of course we also had qualifying sessions as well that was also been rain affected in the past. Drivers in the constructor standings for the bronze tier, and this is how this new potato leads the way. But remember, we didn't have a race last week, did we? That grid, by the way, for Saudi Arabia, the race is scheduled to be on the 20th of December, so just under a month's time. That grid that you that they qualified in, the drivers they'd have to qualify again. That's exactly where they're starting. But so it actually was from 2 weeks ago in Bahrain. Then so new potato still leads. Second position is Human Bro. TK not racing tonight. He's in third. William in fourth. Echo is not racing either in fifth. Vintage sixth. Brooksy seventh. Marsky in eighth position. Ninth is Billet. 10th is Sick as Muck. Constructor standings. Red Bull 9 points in front of AlphaTauri. Haas are third. Alpine 4, Ferrari 1 point behind the Alpine, Alfa Romeo 3 points behind the Ferrari, Williams are in 6th, Mercedes are in 8th position. I missed off 7th, Williams are 7th, Mercedes in 8th, Aston Martin and McLaren have not got off the mark yet. That means that in the joint constructors, it looks like this. AlphaTauri still leads the way on 76 points now after the action that happened in Silver last night. Duncan Davis back in, rejoice. Haas is second. Third position is the Aston Martin, and fourth position is the Red Bull. There's a major gap starting to develop between the Mercedes and Red Bull team. There's 29 points now. Red Bull have just inched over the line of the 100 mark now, so good stuff indeed. But Mercedes needs to pull up their socks, I think. Alpine, well, everyone below, I think now. Alpine on 66, 61 for McLaren, Williams on 57, 48 for Ferrari, and 46 for the Alfa Romeo team. Silver Championship was magnificent last night, wasn't it? Fantastic stuff indeed. It's really both Nigel and Fangio, who have been so good so far this season, but my goodness me, both had a pretty horrific race. Remember, Fangio started on the intermediate tyres, and that didn't go well at all in that horrific deluge of a start to the race. And goodness gracious me, that was... got yellow flags out there. That was an absolute incredible race, wasn't it, say Lisa? And Fangio just, unfortunately, it was a mistake, wasn't it, to go on those tyres, unfortunately, because that cost him, and he was out before he finished. He was out before he even got to the end of the lap there, unfortunately, for Fangio. Look at this, we've got a lot of cars out here then. So this is a wet qualifying session, this is. So what does that mean? Well, you have to put on the wet tyres, and if you want to go around the course there, and look, there's already a car in the way of Jinnah. Jinnah, remember, was on the front row in Saudi Arabia a week ago, but of course he has to wait now for that race performance, and he's in the back of the McLaren, and that is who is that? I think that is Scooby Stew, David Shame. Goodness gracious me. I think that unfortunately it's just luck of the draw there, but Scooby Stew got right in the way of Jinnah there, and of course I'm wondering if the stewards are going to take a dim view of that potentially. There might be a license point or two coming Scooby Stew's way. Well, he's still in the way now, isn't he, Scooby Stew? He's on an out lap at the moment. I wonder if he doesn't realise that Jinnah is on a quick lap here. Well, Jinnah is trying to get past, but this is absolutely hindering his first lap here, and I think he has abandoned it now, hasn't he? So that is... well, that hasn't gone too well at all, has it? Marsky, who is also on a quick lap, is carrying on, but Scooby Stew, who's completely ruined Jinnah's lap here, and now we're going to have a battle for who's going to be quickest then on the opening lap. Then goodness gracious me, so Scooby Stew then not going to be on the Christmas card list then for for Gina, unfortunately. So just watching Marsky with the beautiful yellow helmet. Let me get to the comments, shall we? Goodness gracious me. Lego! Knowles here saying, I wonder if he's downloaded the Lego Harry Potter, which is free, by the way, this month as well. Lovely pun there if any of you on PlayStation. Of course, I've downloaded it. Cannot wait to play it. I do love a good old Lego game. Across the lane comes Marsky. Look at that. Gina, 3 seconds back and yellow flag in the final sector. We'll keep an eye on that, but I think it's just drivers getting out of each other's way. So let's see how that one progresses. Jackson Reynolds there, who's not getting out of the way. Well, if he is getting out of the way, that's very nice of him, but I don't think that's a bit too extreme there for Reynolds. He goes third fastest at this moment in time. Dr. Troop has just gone into second fastest in the Mercedes, and of course he is a super sub tonight for the regular Mercedes driver of Sick as Muck. Good stuff. We've got McLaren coming through as well. Tomo tip top, and that is very good. That's very tip top indeed. Then still default helmet there, shameful behaviour. But of course that doesn't matter on the timesheet. Oh my goodness me, he's going to have skid mark. Sarah's Russia has as of course he's unfortunately he cannot park there. He is out of qualified. Marsky's gone second fastest. No, he hasn't. He was already second fastest anyway. But as you mad bro's gone fast there. By goodness me, look at that. That's over a second faster than his teammate here. Golly gosh. Well, I don't even know the weather yet because I haven't read the comments there, which is shocking. Well, William has just gone faster still. I wonder if it's the drivers taming the circuit, or is the track drying out then? But at both end, Gomez is thinking about the dry tyres. Is he? Goodness gracious me. Kazan, of course, our favourite Canadian driver coming across the line. He goes 6 fastest in front of Ginonen, who's going to have another run while he's invalidated his time, so he's going to have to go around again. Brooksy is just coming around the turn 13. It is 13 now. Of course, they've got 2 corners left this season. Still a great helmet there from Brooksy. Absolutely thumbs up from me. Styles, good evening and good luck to Bronze as well. Styles there, who hasn't set a time. Brooksy's gone third fastest. Good time indeed there for Brooksy. Lovely stuff indeed then. Who's that just jumped up the order? I think that was Dr. Troop. It is Dr. Troop. Lovely stuff indeed. What about Donald McDunn then? So we're going to stick with Donald McDunn whilst this is a perfect opportunity then for as we watch the Division 6 champion. And he is just coming into turn 6 now. Lego Ninjado, lovely. From Fudge McMuffin. I must admit, I never got into Lego Ninjado. Is that how you say it properly? Because I can't say it properly. Good evening, Sean from William. Good evening. Explosive Evidence. Good luck. Of course, I think he's one of our new drawers as well. Explosive Evidences. Thank you very much. Hello. Good luck from Kazwa. Is it dry most race, or is my game setting me up again then? Oh, it's a mixed bag for weather then. And evening, Sean and all. Let's go, Haas. Change my helmet for you, Sean, because you're a tiger. Haha, am I Tony the Tiger? Great. William's gone fastest, so that's actually quite great as well, isn't it? Well, it's more than quite great. It's 28-1 there, which is more than great. That's absolutely spectacular stuff indeed, and it's 1-1 France and Australia now. I'm disappointed by that because I was just watching that, and I'm a little gut now because I was loving the fact that the Socceroos got one past the old the French. Because it makes England a more likely. Oh, Brooksy's got no wing there. Kaz has got up to a magnificent 6 there. He's really doing well for the Haas team. Of course, Haas. Oh, and off the circuit goes Kaz then. Of course, Kimi Räikkönen did that, didn't he, a couple of seasons ago? I'll say a couple of seasons, I'm just showing my age. That was 2004, wasn't it, where he had issues down there? I think his engine gave up, though, didn't it? But Kaz, I think he just must have lost a brake or something, but that didn't go too well at all. Hopefully, we'll get a race on our hands as well tonight. Donald Dan got up to third fastest as well. Jackson Reynolds has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane, and I don't think that was on purpose there. Reynolds, and look at that, there's the McLaren almost into the back of the Mercedes. I don't think Reynolds did that on purpose. I think he came into the pit lane and went into the wall. Goodness gracious me, oh dear, as Brooksy loves Reynolds there. Argentina was robbed, but I won't shed a tear. So as Rush say, we'll talk about the football in a minute. We need to talk about Reynolds first then, because he has had some issues there, and he has been disqualified, and hopefully his AI will get him off the circuit. Well, that's a beautiful parking there for the AI. Lovely stuff indeed. Oh, I love that shot there. Look at that. Usually look down into the cockpit of the Mercedes. Of course, with that red Mercedes star as well. of course, for Nicky Lauda, who of course is no longer with us, absolute, which is so sad, isn't it? Nicky Lauda, the triple world champion of Formula One there. New Potato, the world champion of bronze, just coming out of turn 5, I think it is. So I think that Jackson Reynolds has tried to come in the pit lane. He's gone into the wall. Remember what Farf did that in a pre-season race a couple of years ago, when I think the pit lane was first changed ever so slightly, so Farf has done it as well. So don't worry about that, Reynolds. A Grand Prix winner has also had issues coming into that pit lane, as well as the man, the myth, the legend, David Coulthard, who also crashed into the pit wall back in '95 in his Williams, his final race for Williams as well. He could have and should have won that race potentially, but in the end, Damon Hill went on to win that race, 2 laps in front of I think it was Olivier Panis in second position, wasn't it? And in third was Gianni Morbidelli, that is. He was unfortunately ousted out of that the footwork after that season, wasn't he? Morbidelli was. I think he became a super sub though, didn't he, for the Sauber team in '97? But then he hurt himself as well. Sauber had a revolving door of drivers in '97, didn't they? And then they had Fontana driving for him in the last couple of races or so. Scooby Stew then, of course, he's invalidated his time so far, Scooby Stew has, but hopefully he can get himself on the board in the not too distant future. Yes, indeed, of course, Argentina, they had 3 goals disallowed, didn't they? I was meant to be working, but of course you can't work when the World Cup's on, can you? Albeit, I did try and watch England yesterday, but because I'm such a short so-and-so, I couldn't see over my monitor, so I could only see a green patch in the top right-hand corner of the TV, which is shameful, really, because I even put the TV on for it as well, but never mind. I'm not holding a grudge, apart from the fact is that when England's playing next, I will not turn the TV on, mainly because, of course, if we're still working when England's on a Friday, then something's gone majorly wrong again, so hopefully that's not the case. Let's take stock, shall we, because we're on 7 minutes to get to this qualifying session. By the way, a shout out to Fangio. He may not have had a very good race, but he's had 3 pole positions in a row now in silver. He is the undefeated king of qualifying so far, Fangio is. Scooby Stew, that back end a bit light on the old rear posterior there. Nosy, I need to turn my PlayStation notifications off. I think I do, really. I'm going to be honest, I thought I did, but I'm certainly turning something off because I don't see any notifications when Friends comes online now. But then again, I may not have any friends. I do not know. I'm a Larry. Albeit, to be fair, I do have. I'm not one to brag on that, but I do have 200 people on my friends list. But I think a lot of that's mainly because they've raced for ALR one time or another, and nothing to do with the fact that they want to play a game with me. How's that? Scooby Stew in 10th position at the moment, hoping to get a clean pair of heels. And I think it's stopped raining, or is that? It has stopped raining, you know, then. So that's why we're seeing a lot of dry tyres starting to be put on the cars here. So this is going to get very interesting indeed. Serious Special said it was going to be a mixed bag, and it certainly is indeed. No one out on circuit on dry tyres yet. Collins has come out on the intermediate tyres, and so has Tomo Tip Top. Let's see how tip top he is here. Well, we're not going to see Tomo at the moment. Going to see Jinner, who of course was blocked quite heavily in the opening stages then. To be honest, I think that Scooby Stew might get away with that, to be fair, because luckily the track is going to dry out, and that time would not probably be that time there would not, I don't think, have counted too much in the grand scheme of things. If you're just joining us for the first time this week in ALR, hello. Of course, Jinner's now got another problem with traffic. It's Collins this time, but Collins does not block him this time. Jinner's having an awful time with traffic. Marski has just gone up to second, I believe, whilst we've been watching Jinner, whilst that car is not very pointy on the old front there, is it, for Jinner? Of course, if this is the first time joining us tonight, hello everyone. We are in Australia, and this is the last race in Australia. Of course, the 100% League, which is on tomorrow. Shamefully, I haven't got the calendar up then, this is why we don't have a random calendar, you see, because there's a fool like me who can't remember where we are. But it's the last race in Australia. That's one thing I do know for this season. So we go to our first European race in Imola next week, as Jinner goes at pole position there, and that just shows how dry the track is getting with 5 minutes to go. Here is gonna be like a fruit machine in the final stages here. I'm looking forward to this. Lovely helmet over from Collins, absolutely magnificent. I am looking forward to seeing the I look forward to the end of this. Remember, one of my favourite qualifying sessions ever in F1 was the European Grand Prix in 1999. Looks like Collins has given up on this. He may come back into the pits. One of my favourite aero qualifying sessions where it's gone wide as well, so Collins' time will not be counted. Same with Tomo Tip Top. Marsky was also into the pits as well. So we're going to have a bit of a lull, which is good stuff, Ben. Mexico, 100% Shorty. Thank you very much, Norsey. And Serious Russia as well. So I must say that obviously... shameful behaviour, really, isn't there? Absolutely shocking. You would think that you would think a professional like myself would have read something before starting to speak loud. Unfortunately, that's not the case because I don't plan for anything, which is nothing unusual. Well, Jitter has planned for this, though, hasn't he? He's currently fastest so far. Yeah, so we're going to Mexico tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. 72 laps around Mexico, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. That's going to be a brutal old race there. It's tough at the best of times with look at that Alpine now. Goodness gracious me, it's got a bit of dirt on the side there, so the Alpine mechanic's going to have to give it a wash. Talking of Alpine, it was very odd seeing Pierre Gasly in the Alpine. Was it earlier on today? If anyone had a bit of the had a quick gander at the tyre testing. The tyre testing then. So it was very, it was, goodness me, Cyber Fox wanted to reserve tonight by the looks of things, but hopefully, but Barlock Smithy Almighty is going to give him a chance next week, which is very good stuff indeed. 71 Knowles, you're saying, thank you very much. I was close, just one away. But Mexico is brutal, the best of times, isn't it? Goodness me, because the penalties around there is absolutely horrifying. And it's for 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Goodness me, Tomo Tip Top needs a bit of a needs that McLaren to have a bit of a tip top rubber up and down as well. But yeah, it's brutal, isn't it, to say the least? The 100% league is around. Oh, well, it's brutal the best of times, but around Mexico, it is going to be an absolute. It's going to be a breaker, I think, for Man and Machine tomorrow night, and I'm looking forward to that. It's the closest thing we have to endurance in the ALR. Looking forward to that indeed. That I do like it. I do like a bit of a bit of brutality in my life. Here's Marsky. Let's see what he can do as he's gingerly coming out of the pit lane. Fudge McMuffin should be fun. By the way, hats off to Fudge McMuffin. Actually, more than hats off, and I bow down to him. Fudge McMuffin, of course, has gone from PC to PlayStation 5. He has enjoyed the racing so much. It's not because of the drivers that have been a part of ALR. So you guys, maybe you guys that are watching, maybe someone, maybe the audience as well. But the Fudge McMuffin has converted and gone out and bought. Sorry, the Haribo's repeating on me. Has gone out and bought a PlayStation 5 version of Formula 1 2022. That is commitment, and really, I must say that is fantastic. That really is. Tomo Tip Top, it's gone second fastest here. He's halfway around the circuit, whilst I have been waffling on. So good stuff indeed there for Tomo Tip Top there. The track is still very greasy out there. William has gone at third fastest. Well, no, he is third fastest. He's invalidated his time here. We was taking a look at what Marsky's doing. I think there's a mistake on the dry tyres. You know, remember you had a lot of tyres juggling in Australia last night and in Silver, and we're going to get the same again here tonight. I think that you Matt Bro's on a quick lap at the moment. Well, he is on a quick lap, but goodness me, and look at this queue here. They're going to get disqualified, I think, if they don't carry on. That Ferrari is just not moving at all here. We got Dynamo down on a quick lap. Williams starting his lap now. Tomo Tip Top then is now going for another run then, so maybe the intermediate tyres are the way to go. Maybe the soft tyres is not the way. Marsky maybe ruin this then, because it's just not drying out as it might be last man across the line here. Oh, goodness gracious me, this is going to get very hot, isn't it? Hot and heavy. Here's Bob, and there he goes. And what is going on? Oh, Gomez then, who is on the dry tyres. It is just not going well at all. There's too much wet stuff on the circuit, and unfortunately, that is a major blow. I think Marsky and Gomez is going to be really disappointed by this. This is going to be fantastic. We could have a new pole sitter tonight in Silver. Nope, in bronze. Oh, goodness me, there's 2 leagues. we only have 4 now, and I still struggle. The checker flag has fallen. Collins 11, Scuba Stew in 10th position, and 8th for Kaz, who's also thinking about the dry tyres, but they have not come out of the garages yet. Here's Bob, then of course he's super sub, then of course he's standing for Echo tonight, then on board now with Bob in the Alfa Romeo, going over the grid hatch as well. It's his pole position. It is pole position there. Magnificent stuff indeed. What about William? He's invalidated. Oh goodness gracious me! One of the championship protagonists said about from the bookmakers anyway is had an issue, and that's a major blow. Who is that in the background? That's one of the Williamses, I think. Then Brooks is off the circuit. I'm getting confused here. Oh my golly gosh! It is Vintage who's gone full fastest. Good time indeed there for Vintage. Tomo Tip Top's invalidated. Jenner's got pole position again. Then you Mad Bro's gone up in the second fastest. The times are tumbling like a fruit machine here. And there's pole position for 36.3 there for Jenner. There's a huge gap between Jenner and you Mad Bro. New Potato's got second fastest. That second Red Bull in the background as well. Oh my goodness gracious me. Marsky just hasn't got the grip, has he? Dynamo Dan is stuck behind his teammate here of Billa. And Dynamo Dan is not going to be happy with his teammate at all here. This is terrible then for the Ferrari potentially. He goes 4th fastest. Billa goes 10th fastest. And Duncan Davis goes 10th fastest as well. And Gomex down into 18th position there. And it is pole position for Jenner. And what an incredible lap it was. And he came out, he fought the conditions. What a magnificent end to qualifying. I've got a sore throat. Magnificent stuff. Oh, that was an exciting qualifying, wasn't it? If it's anything like the race, if it's going to be anything like that in the race, well, I'm going to have to really get me lips all out, ain't I think? Goodness me, that is going to be a cracker. So that's Alpine second pole position in a row there. So good stuff indeed there for Jenner. We're just on board with Jenner now as we take in the final stage of qualifying here, and that is Jenner's first ever pole position in bronze on his third appearance as well. I don't think Jenner's ever scored a point so far in bronze yet, but my goodness me, he's gone from not scoring a point to being the pole sitter as well. Magnificent stuff indeed. Serious Mushroom, Rich So-and-so fudge there. Good evening to you, Gernman. Of course, our Season 6 champ. We have Fudge Muffin, no, just making bad financial decisions. Hats off to you, good sir, because I do exactly the same. So Jenner's pole position by 5/10 second from New Potato in second, and New Mad Bro in third. Dynamo Dan in 4th position now. I wonder if he could have got a bit higher up then. We didn't see how badly he was affected by his teammate Billet there, but I wonder if that did cost him a bit then. Bob, great 5th position now. Tomo Tip Top, what could have been? I reckon the Tomo Tip Top could have been up there as well. Great performance from Vintage. William made a mistake on his lap. Marsky decided to go on the dry tyres. That cost it. Duncan Dave, I wonder if Duncan Dave had a banker, then maybe he would have got a bit higher as well. But what an incredible top 10 that was. And Brooksy out of position in 14th position, I feel. Oh, goodness gracious me. This is going to be a fantastic Grand Prix to say the least. Good luck, all GG Jenner. Spitter Jenner. Nothing to say. Vintage, good luck, all as well. Oh, and oh dear. Is I think France has scored, haven't they? They have scored indeed. As the session is coming to an end. Good stuff. I thought he was going to be stuck on that for the next 45 minutes, which wouldn't have been good, would it? Really? Yeah, you don't want to hear me talk about the all the history of Australia. I do love the Australian Grand Prix. I think it's amazing. I'm a bit torn about the new configuration, or the old configuration, because I'm a bit old school, and I do like the old configuration. I mean, the new configuration to drive on, I think is a lot more fun, especially that blast up until turn 9 and 10. I really enjoy that part of the circuit. I'm a bit torn, and I think this year's Australian Grand Prix, I must admit, I can't remember much of it, apart from Verstappen parking up with about like 10 or 15 laps to go. So, I don't know, I'm torn. Well, what I am torn by is the beautiful weather that we've got here in Melbourne at the moment. Oh, it's time to get my legs out, I think. Absolutely lovely stuff indeed, though. I don't have a deck chair because Alonso's taken it, unfortunately. This track's Mega Gurman is saying, good luck, teammate from Styles. Yeah, I love this track, but I'm not sure. I'm torn. I can't decide whether I like it or not. I do enjoy driving it, I must say. On this game, it is so much fun, but I'm torn about whether the changes have made a difference in real life. Right, 29 laps around here. let's just take a look at the tyres, shall we? Gomex is happy with the soft tyres, even though it didn't go too well for him in qualifying, so he starts on the soft tyre. Hard tyre for Marsky. Everyone else is on the medium tyre, apart from Collins and Cirrus Mushroom, also the hard tyres as well. I'm wondering if the drivers are concerned about a safety car here, which has cost drivers over the course of the week there. A safety car in the wrong time has really hurt some drivers, hasn't it? Great to see Junior on pole position. Percy saying good luck, Bronze. Percy had a great race, didn't he? And on Sunday? It was Sunday, wasn't it? I wonder if Percy maybe feeling that was that a race that when he could have potentially got there. I say that on gold, anyone could have won that race, and last night as well, it was an incredible race. I thought Farf was going to win it at one stage, and then Equal's brilliant draw indeed. Nigel had it all under control as well, and then it all went a bit pear-shaped as well. That's the difficulty, isn't there, about decisions. You can go from hero to zero in a twinkle of an eye in this sport, can't you? I'm really regretting eating all that shared packet of Haribo. Goodness me. I'm still trying to get back into the sweet pigs and qualify, because there's me just eating my sweets away and enjoying the French game, and I've realised, I've got to get me old voice box going. And look at Jinner, he is, goodness me, that's quite a fair. Well, he needs to clean the car first. Good heavens. But look at the gap there. That is interesting stuff there from New Patel. Of course, he is the former champion of bronze. Let's see how this one goes. Let's go for the grid, shall we? Because I've only got 2 corners to sort this out. Jinner, pole position the first time in his career in ALR. Second is New Potato, the champion of ALR in bronze. And goodness me, these guys have got to really clean their cars. Matt Brown in third. Dynamo Dan in fourth. Then Division 6 champion in HDE. Fifth position is Bob. Tomo Tip Top in sixth. Vintage in seventh. Eighth is William, the third, because he got pole position in his debut. Ninth position, Marsky made the wrong decision on tyres. 10th position is Duncan Dave. 11th position is Billet. 12th position is Dr. Trooper. 13th position is Kaz. 14th is Brooksy. 15th is Scooby Stew. Bob's been disqualified. 16th is Gomex. Soft tyres. He's going to fly. 17th position is Collins. 18th position is Hungry Styles. 19th is, goodness me, Reynolds there. Having the same problem that he had in qualifying almost. And 20th position is Cirrus Mushroom 2. Whether that's his evil twin or not, I do not know. I know we do know it's the same mushroom, but I think he was a naughty mushroom as unfortunately he got his account banned, which shocked me. I don't know the story, to be honest, but red lights are on. I need to talk, and here we go then. And when we're going out then, we're on board the pole sitter Jinner. He's revving the Renault engine, and it's lights out, and it's go down under for the Australian Grand Prix. And a perfect start from Jinner. Absolutely magnificent. Down in Sir Well with New Potato in second position. The Alpha Tower just slotting back in third position. Is it all gone? Is it all gone okay? I think it has. Everyone is still. Oh no, it isn't. There's a yellow flag in the background. It's one of the Ferraris. The Ferrari is up. It's a billet. Kaz has dropped down the order as well. Tomo Tip Top and William there are rubbing wheels of each other here. William is going to be on the inside into turn 5. I think it is. Nope, it's turn 4, I should say. And William has got the position. He's up 3 already. Storming through the field. Same with Troop as well. 4, fantastic stuff indeed. Reynolds is up 7 positions. Golly gosh, how did he do that? But Jinner, an imperfect start, important start there, and he has just flown away from the field. Bob up into 4th position as well. But here is William. Then of course there's no DRS until the end of the second lap. Then, and remember that might be changing on the real world of Formula 1 next season. So keep an eye on that one. Goodness me, and we got Jackson and Duncan Dave going side by side almost through turn 9 and 10 here. But it looks like it's all fine and dandy then. Goodness me, that was a very clean opening lap then. And William is up into 4th position now, or is he? Because Bob is having none of it. William's off! Oh no! And William's dropped down the order, and he's inside the vintage. Golly gosh there, we haven't even passed the watershed yet. Coming up to complete lap 1, Jinner's got a second already. Goodness me, then that's out of DRS range. That is a mega opening lap there from Jinner. Fantastic stuff indeed then. We've got some slipstream going on, and we've got yellow flags as Collins is coming into the pits, and there's something wrong then for the Alfa Romeo. And Kaz has dropped down the order. It's up into 70th position, goes Cirrus Mushroom. Look at Jinner. He is absolutely standing up in the seat of that Alpine at the moment. Magnificent stuff indeed. Can William there come for a comeback here? He's having to stiff on the inside of Troop, then the Super Sub. No dice at the moment, and Brooksy now going on the inside, but he's gone wide then, and Reynolds there, and back up the inside, track position now, and Brooksy is going to have to settle for 13th position at this moment in time then, as Collins, I'm not sure if it looks like he may have had some damage damage there, unfortunately. Jinner is just absolutely stonking away at the moment. Brooksy, oh no, where is he? He's up, and he's on his side almost. There must have been some impact there from the Red Bull. And as he got damaged there, just taking a look there, looks to be all in one piece there, but I'll be surprised if he hasn't got rear wing or side pod damage here, because that looked quite precarious indeed there. Duncan Dave all over the back of Marski. I must say that's a great start to the Australian Grand Prix. Absolutely fantastic stuff. But there's a couple of shenanigans, but nothing major to write home about at the moment. Up the inside goes Gomex, passes Styles, and he hasn't got as far as I would have thought he would have done on those soft tyres. So that's not gone too well for Gomex. But do not count your chickens just yet. Then the gap is starting to stabilise between. Oh no, it's Bob. Bob is off the circuit. Remember, Schumacher and Coulthard have had problems there in the past, and now Bob is another victim of the turn 14. Scuba Stu now up into 11th position there. That is such a goodness me. And look at this battle here. Then we got to Gomex, Styles, and Cirrus Mushroom all going for it. Oh no, and that's into the wall. Who is that? That's Styles there. He has damaged the car. I remember on the first race I watched on this game, Styles got pole position around here. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, goodness gracious me, William! Oh no! And oh goodness me, it's a Mercedes, a Troop and William are facing the wrong way. And a pirouette in there. Oh goodness me, remember that we had the two Canadians, the Stroll and Latifi crashing there. I don't think that it was similar, but of course we cannot say too much because we didn't see it, unfortunately. On board, once again now with Bob, who has had a bit of a problem then. This track is very difficult to set out the car, it seems, and the cars are not very skittish out there. Dynamo Dan up into 5th, but 4th position there. Great overtake there from Dynamo Dan. Magnificent stuff. Of course, the Division 6 World Champion, of course, and really looking to be a major player in bronze this season. I have no doubt about that. That in the background, Vintage doing a great job here, isn't he, of 6th with Marski and Duncan Dave. Duncan Dave has now made his way up into a very fine 8th position. Good stuff indeed there for Duncan Dave, but that 4. Into the pits comes Gomex and done a couple of laps on those soft tyres on board with his teammate Duncan Dave. Jinner has now got a 1.3 second gap over himself. New Potato. We've got a couple of drivers in the pits. We've got Styles, William, Troop, and we've got 4 drivers in the pits here. Hard tyres now for Gomex, and let's see, that's going to be a longer second stint. I don't think he's going to get to the end of the race on that set of hard tyres, but we'll find out. I have been wrong before. I probably am wrong again on this instant as well. Down 2.5 seconds back at the moment. He needs to. He's going to have to find something, isn't he? There, of course, he got held up at the beginning there with all the racing going on. Very interesting indeed. Here comes Reynolds now, all over the back of Scooby Stew. Scooby Stew then in the top 10. Then good opening, a couple of laps here from Scooby Stew, but I have a feeling that he maybe I'm going to sink him. Oh goodness me! And they're locking wheels then, and it's getting very interesting indeed then between these two drivers. Oh heavens above! Reynolds there we got Styles. Oh no, he's off in the car park here, and Reynolds up the inside. That's an incredible manoeuvre there. But Scooby Stew's having none of it then. Got safety car here on lap 4. Is this an opportunity for the drivers to go to the pits? I think the leaders have gone through. Oh goodness me! So the leaders have gone through, but Tom Tip Top has not come in. Then no one has decided to come in the pits. It's too early, is it then, for the teams to come in the pits? I thought the leaders might have been on the back foot then potentially. However, everyone has elected to stay out. Then Stars is going to be absolutely disappointed at. We're not sure what occurred, but that is such a shame to see Stars out of the Grand Prix already. I was about to say the first race I've seen on this game, Stars got pole position magnificently well. I think he's John Aston Martin back then. Really good stuff indeed then for Stars. But unfortunately, out of the race there for Stars and very, very disappointing indeed then. Kaz on the hard tyres. He's going to try and get out in front of Gomex here, and I think that he's going to be quite happy that Kaz is then, so he may be set now. Let's see how he can do. I was just saying earlier on that these guys will come to the pits, and I'll tell you that later. But safety car might be able to extend the stint here. Troops is going on the soft tyres here, as they're also changing the nose, but they're going very slow by the Mercedes team. Oh, look, goodness gracious me, look at that. They need to scrub that nose cone in the Alfa Romeo team now. Looks like Collins has gone with a bit of rallycross there. Out the pits now comes Troops, and Collins also out the pits well. He's put on the scrub set of hard compound tyres here. So Bert Marlander is out the moment. We've got a bit of a spread field so far. Ulla Ginger all of Jinner's hard work is kind of come to nothing here. 1.3 second he got the gap up to, and it's now down to less than a second, and the DRS will be activated within the 3 laps here. But Jinner has got some amazing pace in this Alpine machine tonight, so I wouldn't count him out just yet. As we leave Australia in gold and silver, we have 7 drivers who haven't who hasn't scored any points yet. So really, I think that after the first 3 races, if you're not scoring points, does that mean that you've got to start to think about whether the championship is starting to slip away? Remember, as I keep saying, this is the longest season ever in ALR with 24 races. By the looks of things next season for actual Formula 1, we ain't going to go to China, unfortunately, because there are COVID protocols. But in ALR, beautifully, we don't have to worry about going anywhere. So we're going to be happy as we can be then, or just about anyway. But I think some drivers are not going to be too happy. Then Stars are saying everywhere. As I'm not sure, I didn't see the first message there for Stars. Hopefully he can enlighten us on that, but it's a shame to see Stars on the sideline so quickly here in this one. Lee saying, and oh goodness gracious me, didn't even buy him dinner yet there, between the battle with Vintage and I can't remember who else it was now, but yes, indeed, of course, you can buy me dinner anytime you want then, as long as there's no more vegetables in it. So, Jenner leads the way down. No one has elected to come to the pits, and the highest driver to come to the pits then is Kaz, who is just on the hard tyres. And Gomex on the hard as well. Same with William as well. William out of position. I think Gomex is as well to a certain extent. Reynolds has gone to the soft tyres. I don't think those soft tyres are going to last, but I think he might be having a blitz in the mid part of the race, and then maybe trying to edge it out and go on to the medium to the end then. Billetton 17th position, fresh hard tyres, and Collins and Dr. Troop also on the hard tyres. Only penalty in the field so far is Troops with a 3-second penalty, unfortunately. And so it's just watching. We're just watching Jitter as well. But I think that unfortunately, I think I just read about Stars is not a happy champion of this game until then. I think I said it in gold actually that this game is not really it's not really been a lot of drivers' favourites, has it, to say the very least. As we've got a bit of racing going on here, which of course racing on the safety car is a big no-no. Of course, the safety car means that we're meant to neutralise the race end. Whilst the track gets cleared, we're clearing the track for Stars, who is out of the Grand Prix. Yeah, so I wonder if there's a bit of... I don't think, yeah, this is not the most favoured of games, is it? This one, isn't it? Is into the pits now comes. We've got a lot of drivers there trying to wait till the very end here. So into the pits now comes Kaz. Kaz on the hard tyres already, as is Billet. Then Billet though is going to what tyres going on? Medium tyres then for Kaz, and Billet is also on the medium compound tyres as well then. So they're trying to see if they can get an advantage of the drivers in front of them. All the drivers in front of them, apart from Collins, is on the apart from Reynolds, is on the soft compound tyre. So so they will have a pace advantage for the opening lap under after the safety car. Well, for the opening couple of laps after the safety car, but of course. But of course the hard tyres were coming to their own as well, and this safety car is really going to push the drivers that came in on those hard tyres. Maybe could they get to the end of the race? Serious Motion's been on those hard tyres since well no, I think he has to pit, but maybe Gomex and William keep an eye on those drivers, and can they get to the end on those hard tyres? I've been surprised before. I can't remember, was it in Bahrain where someone did a ridiculous number of laps? I can't remember who it was now. Was it Woodsy who did a number of laps on no, I don't think it was Woodsy, albeit Woodsy of course no longer a part of ALR, mainly because of the shenanigans that happened coming out of this turn here. Well, it was actually the next turn, was it really? Somehow he went through Dan Murphy, which I can't believe. But so I think that Dan definitely, of course, I think he's a big Harry Potter fan, isn't he? Well, he certainly had the disappearing cloak or whatever it's called, because he certainly did disappear, didn't he? He got a podium there as well. Favre got 4th position as well, but it's a great drive from Equals. That was Equals' first ever Grand Prix win in silver, and that was only his 4th race for Equals, which I thought he'd been racing. I thought he raced in silver a bit longer than that. So good stuff indeed. Right, we're now about to get back racing lap 7 are going to be going on lap 8. Jinner so far, so far so good for Jinner, albeit that car is absolute a mess. Of course, presentation is everything I say, so he will have to give that on a rub down before he goes on the podium. We're back racing here in Albert Park, and let's get going, shall we? 3-second penalty for Collins there. I'm surprised at that then, as we've only just got going. But Jinner, perfect start, and he is already racing away. Look at this, though. Dynamo Dan has really got to defend himself against Tip Top here, because Tip Top is very much pushing the envelope here. Tip Top doing a good job in that McLaren so far, all over the back of the Division 6 champion. Vintage also looking very intrigued as well. Marsky on the hard tires, and so the hard starters of Marsky and Cirrus Mushroom is going to be happy with this deal, because none of their direct rivals came into the pits. Reynolds on the outside there, and Gomek's going to have to yield for now. Of course, so those soft tires will probably start to degrade quite quickly there, so Gomek's will be grinning from ear to ear, I think, now, in the not too distant future. Just watching Bob, just got Duncan Dave, who's in 8th position from there. Jinner there, trying to break the DRS already, but of course he's got another couple of laps to do so. But you Man Bros already lost out then to the DRS then from New Potato. The top two are absolutely flying out there at the moment. What's going on up here then? Tip Top then, looking very tip top as well at the moment in 5th position. Great stuff indeed there, and this is going to really help his credentials in ALR, isn't it? Of course, Dynamo Dan is perceived to be one of the biggest challengers to the bronze crown this season, but Tip Top there, a fairly new driver in the world of ALR, but goodness gracious me, he is really rocking the boat, isn't he? And that's fantastic to see. Of course, I do love seeing that new drivers, because it makes me very excited indeed. Then, albeit he has gone wide there. Vintage, of course, a widely owned veteran who is, of course, and he is all about a point scorer, isn't he? Vintage is. He is in 6th position now. He had a great season last season, and a great season, the final season of bronze as well, didn't he? Vintage, I'm sure he finished near the top half of the standings, didn't they? I think they did anyway, but I think Vintage did anyway. But I've got, I'm getting old now, and oh, Duncan Dave is off the circuit, and goodness me, and he's gone into the barren. Who has that gone off in front of it? I think it's had to what the other Aston Martin said. No, it's Brooksy. No, not Brooksy. Someone I think went off in front of him. Was it one of the Mercedes then? I'm not sure. But Duncan Dave, who is oh, that's disappointing indeed. That is it for Duncan Dave. And what's happened there? Brooksy is crawling. I'm wondering if Brooksy took evasive action there when Duncan Dave spun, and he just and I think he might have just reacted there. On board now with Collins and on hard tires here. He's all over the back of the Aston Martin, but I think that Duncan Davis is just going to try and get those tires back in the window. Great performance from Jinner so far. A second and a half in front of New Potato in 2nd position. This is an absolutely outstanding performance from Jinner. Magnificent stuff indeed, and he set a fast off of the race set. And this is really impressive stuff indeed there. Just watching the field coming through the turn 1 and 2, which I think is the Alan Jones chicane, but it probably is anymore there, because I'm sure that Murray Walker called it that, but no one's called it that since Murray Walker retired into turn 1, and Jackson Reynolds there, and goodness gracious me, I think that William's going to how hard is William going to fight this one? Brooks has got a 3-second penalty. I don't think he's fighting too hard, but oh, he's gone back up the inside there, and Reynolds is going to have to turn in there. He has turned in. He's I don't think he was too impressed with that then, as he has gone across the escape road, and he's back in front. I think he would have to yield the position now, surely, because he did, and he has yielded the position. Reynolds has, and so good stuff indeed there for Reynolds. But I think that was actually pretty good there for Reynolds, wasn't it? It's trying to avoid the loss of time then, but now he's all over the back as well. But but now let's see what he can do here. I wonder. Oh my goodness me! And there is contact there, and he's. I think that has he pushed William off slightly. I'm not too sure. And William comes back off, and I'm feeling that's frustration there from William there, and that we'll have to take another look at that. But that was very aggressive, to say the very least, and William there, and he is not going to be at all happy. Remember that he gave a long position, didn't he, in the race in Bahrain, didn't he? Very fair play, but I'm not sure that's a very fair play, is it? The whole of that lap potentially from Reynolds there, but of course I'm not the steward, so I'm going to just sit up here and let the stewards do the stewarding, because that's why I'm not a steward. Per se, that's not fair, surely. To be honest, it did feel like Reynolds did get a bit of an advantage there, didn't they? But unfortunately, that did come a bit, that did get a bit frosty, didn't it, to say the least. Duncan Dave's got a 3-second penalty. Yellow flag. What's happened? And it's Marsky. Oh no, he's on the hard tires as well. And so Serious Mushroom is the highest driver on the hard tire. And who is that? Who is that? That's Billet who's gone through, and Brooksy's gone through as well. This Australian Grand Prix is getting a bit brutal up there, to say the least. And that's Gomex dropping down the order as well. Now we just got Brooksy now all over the back of Jenner. Oh my goodness me, that's the race leader. He's having an issue. Golly gosh. That's a major problem now for the race leader. Has he damaged the car? We're not sure if he's damaged the car, but that is certainly not what he wants there. Jenner, who's been absolutely untouchable so far, but on lap 11 is come undone slightly. Brooksy all over the back now. What are we going to watch? Let's watch this one here because it's Billet against Brooksy. Oh, Billet, they're going on the racing line now. And I think that Brooksy probably earned himself a car's whip potentially there. But Billet was having none of it there. And Billet there, oh my goodness me, Marsky in the highest driver on the hard tires. Now it's Serious Mushroom. And of course, they can stick on their original strategy here, but that is not good at all. And I'm going the wrong way. We need to go to Troop and Bob. Bob now making his way up into 10th position here. Troop down to them. Goodness me, what's going on here? It's on board Serious Mushroom and Billet then, who's come a cropper and reversed into the trap there. Duncan Dave's got a 3-second penalty as well. Billet there spins the car back around, but he's lost a bit of time then. Kaz dropping down into 16th position as well as William has gone on the outside. I think that William might be a bit aggrieved about what happened between himself and Jackson Reynolds, but we'll soon see about that. That looked a bit suspect for me. Percy agrees with me as he's gone, whoa, Reynolds there. William's got a 3-second penalty. He's going to be furious, isn't he? That is William there. Just watching Dynamo Dan, who's now coming up to the back of Umad. Jinner now 3 seconds back there. Even with the gap that he had then, even with that mistake at the pesky. We'll look at that. We'll look at the turn 10 incidents in a minute because here's Reynolds up the inside. Passes Serious Mushroom. Away he goes. What about his teammate? Oh goodness me. Contact between Gomex and Troop there. And Gomex dropping down into 13th position. Unfortunately, Jinner with the of course Jinner had a spin, didn't he, and he's lost the lead because up to that point he was fantastic. The gap that he had between before then, he was able to rejoin in second position there, but Jinner has now got a bit of time to make up here. Here's Reynolds. They're doing a good job on the soft tyres. I must say, I thought that the soft tyres might start to... And Vintage on the outside on the Brundle turn. Magnificent, but Vintage is going to... Oh, contact there. He's into the side part of the Williams. Hopefully that ain't going to damage the Williams too much there. I didn't see damage off the front end plate of the McLaren, but that's a clattering, isn't there? But great overtake there from Vintage. Magnificent stuff indeed there. Oh my goodness gracious me. On board with Dynamo Dan, and he's in the Ferrari at the moment, and he is now coming to the back of Umampro, who's struggling for pace at this stage of proceedings, isn't he? He's not got Umampro hasn't got anything to answer for Jinner just yet. We're on lap 13 out of 29 then. Pit stops are now coming up then, are now starting to... Oh my goodness me! Serious Mushroom making me... Oh my goodness me! And I think that's definitely a change of direction there. Serious Mushroom, lovely helmet by the way, fantastic. Now that's what he meant by Tony the Tiger. In all seriousness though, I think that Reynolds there is very much on the limit here. I think isn't he there? Because I think that's a definite change of direction there, and that I think Serious Mushroom is not going to be at all pleased that Jinner's in the pits and go for the undercut. Interesting stuff. He was about 2.5 seconds back from New Potato here. We're just watching Dynamo Dan, who is all over the back of Umampro. Umampro hasn't got an answer so far. Jinner now leads. Is the leader of the pit stoppers now. He's in 7th. No, make that 8th position then, because Dr. Troopson is passing him, or is he? Because he needs to get past here. This is a crucial part of the race, and Jinner on the outside. He is not going to... He still have the momentum, but he has the inside there, and Dr. Troops has been forced out wide. That is Jinner now forcing the issue, and of course that is a important part. Yellow flag in turn 1. Someone's had a cropper, and yellow flags is floating for someone. I didn't see who, but we're just... Oh my gosh, this is incredible racing then. And now here comes Marsky. We've got William in here as well. Oh my goodness me, now William coming through then. Don Madana's got past. Don Madana's now past. You man, bro, moves himself up in the second position. Good stuff indeed then. Let's see what that Ferrari has got now. Back on board now with William. Then he's trying to make a comeback after the issues he's had earlier on this race. And Reynolds has dropped down into 17th position because Scuba Stew up into 16th. But one of the Alpines there is drifting off there. I'm not sure what's going on there. And this is going to get better. Oh, goodness me. There's contact with troops there. And it's getting very, very, oh, goodness me. It is getting very fruitful here, to say the least. New Potato and Don Madonna and Tip Top have not come in the pits yet then. So do they know about this undercut then? Are they going to extend the stint then? Can they get onto the soft tires here then? Because that is Serious Mushroom in the pits. That's very early for Serious Mushroom. And I wonder if he sustained damage. I don't think he has there. No, he hasn't then. So he's come in the pits very early indeed then. You mad bro, who's just got in front of Brooksy here. Goodness me, the two old Cobalt protagonists going wheel to wheel down into turn 3. And the other wow, Mercedes there might have misjudged there of troops there, but great a great bit of manoeuvring there to say at least. And we got a 3-second penalty for his drove zone. That's a bit harsh for troops after avoiding that collision. Just watching you mad bro, who is on the fresh tires now. One of Marsky might become the rear gunner for him now, because Brooksy on those medium tires. Oh, Brooksy, did he go into the wall then? I think he had a tap, but he certainly lost momentum. And here comes the Mercedes here. Goodness me, this is aggression at the top speed here in Australia. And he's going up the inside. Des is out of the Grand Prix. That's a pit and quit, I think, for the Ferrari. Or he's just trailing down the pit lane and called it a day. And he's left possession there, so not very good at all then. And they're just watching and going into turn number, where are we? Turn number 11, maybe. Unfortunately, yellow flags for one of the McLarens. Is that Scooby Stew that's had an issue? I'm not sure, but in the background it's gone a bit, it's gone all off here and down under in Australia. Now we need to talk about the leader, because here's Jinner. Where's New Potato? New Potato's back out. So those 2 extra laps are critical here because of the mistake there. Jenner's got a 3-second penalty. Donovan Dunn is easy in front of William here. William is going to come in the pits anyway, I think, because I'm sure those tires aren't going to get to the end. And so Donovan Dunn down into 4th. You mad bro in 5th now. You mad bro, I'm wondering if he might start to feel if he can get himself going. He might be able to get himself back into this one as well, because he struggled at the end of that stint, didn't he? And now he's all over the back of you man bro. Knowles has just said then, don't think anyone can see Brooksy. And it might be a glitch. Remember, he had the issue in Russia where he was in a different dimension. Goodness me. We discovered Stranger Things before Stranger Things discovered themselves. I don't know when Stranger Things came about, to be honest. I was quite late to that party, but maybe they got it from us. I don't know. I'll take credit for that. Please check it in the post. Just watching you man bro all over the back of Donovan Dan. Duncan Dave up into 9th position. Kaz down into 10th in the Haas car. So I'm surprised. I would say I'm surprised, but Jinner's all over the back now for New Potato. One of it's just about a tire warm up, and this is the lead for the Grand Prix here in Australia. Out of the final turn. And now he will have DRS, of course, and I love this shot. Look at this, and you can see him visibly gaining, and he's going to have a run. He's having a sniff. Nothing more now going into turn 1. This is the time, isn't it, for Jinner? Jinner has had the speed, hasn't he? He has a 3-second penalty with 12 laps to go. He needs to really motor on now. He needs to get a good performance now, doesn't he? If he wants to win this race, and he's got a lot. He's getting himself a lot of work to do here. He has been the quickest car throughout the event so far, but he's had a mistake. Now he's got a 3-second penalty, which is really starting to hurt his progress here. Reynolds has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane here. Vintage all over the back of Duncan Dave, and is getting very fruity in the midfield here. We got 18 cars still remaining, and Stars out of the race, Billet out of the race as well. Unfortunately, you've got Bob, who's now all over the back of Gomex as well. Let's go back to the front, shall we? Because this is going to be a very spicy. This is going to be a very spicy Grand Prix, isn't it? I feel this. Now let's see how New Potato is going to do on the medium tires compared to Jinner. Jinner takes so much more speed there, doesn't he? Goodness me, he's all over the back. Oh, Duncan Dave's got past Troop. No, oh my god! Oh my word! The Vintage is steaming through. My goodness me, fantastic there from Jinner, from Vintage. Magnificent, absolutely incredible stuff. And well, I must say, Vintage has been on inspiring form today here in the Australian Grand Prix. New Potatoes at the fast half of the race and has gained a couple of tenths out in that final split. Very impressive final split there from New Potato, the former bronze world champion. That is an amazing overtake there from Vintage there. Very much he saw the opportunities and he went for it. Magnificent stuff indeed. Tip Top has got a 3-second penalty. Unfortunately, we've got pit lane dramas. The Mercedes of troopers in the pits as well. And I shouldn't have wore a white t-shirt because I am quite sweaty at the moment now, which is an image that no one wanted to think about. Serious Mushroom wears it. Oh, goodness me. It's Gomex and Bob with oh, look at the front there as well. We got a 3-second penalty now for Jinner. Good. No, for New Potato. Oh, it's now, it's all even Stevens now at the front. Oh, I love it, don't we? We didn't want to see this race being won on penalties, did we? Scooby Stew, goodness gracious me, great time there for Scooby Stew. And he is in 16th position. That could be a bonus point for Scooby Stew, who is down in 16th position over there. But there's a lot of drivers in front of him that needs the pits for Scooby Stew. So that kind of pace is going to bring him back in the facility, I'd say. Troop's got another 3-second penalty. These penalties are starting to really come about then. And Serious Mushroom, I'm surprised how early Serious Mushroom's in the pits, but Mushroom is going to be sitting pretty here now, isn't he? Because look at the guys in front. Kaz, 11 lap out medium tires. Gomex, 14 lap out. I didn't even see what happened there at the top of the top by race control. 14 laps there for Gomex. Tip Top is what's happened? Tip Top's in trouble. He's crawling down the pit straight here, and that is not good news at all. He is on the fresher, harder tyre here. We got an Aston Martin on the sniff on the inside of Kaz, but nothing more. Kaz there is doing his teammates a lovely service here, isn't he? And goodness me, but look, Gomex is on the back foot now because of the outside. Bob, oh goodness me, and Bob on the outside then. Oh, but Gomex is coming back out, and then can Bob there keep it? He's keeping on the inside. Oh no, and oh my goodness me. And Serious Mushroom there, thank you very much. Oh, it's a Bob there. It is unfortunately they're just getting a bit too friendly, those two drivers are. And Serious Mushroom now up into 11th position. This is an inspired drive from Serious Mushroom, I say. Fantastic. Reynolds set the fast lap of the race out on the soft tires at 21.7 there. You have to finish the race to get that fastest lap, of course. So I think that we might see Scooby Stew come back at him there. Dynamo Dan has regained the pace he has. And Mambro has dropped 2 seconds back now. William has done 15 laps on those tires. I'm wondering, Collins is in the wall. He is in the wall. Is that a safety car? It is a safety car. And Collins has come into the pit lane and into the wall, and that is him out of the race. And William has, this is all his Christmas has all come at once there for William. He's in the pit lane. Surely he's going to throw on the medium or the soft tyre now. It is the medium tyre for the Alpine machine, and there he goes then, and out he goes as well. So Mewman in the pits, and Morski coming in the pits as well. Vintage is going to stay out there. Is he going to get in front of William here? He is, you know. Great drive from Vintage there, once again doing an absolutely sublime drive today, is the Vintage is. I absolutely love it. Oh, Morski then, who has lost quite a bit of time there in that pits there. Duncan Davis gone to the soft tyres there. That might be a stretch then, but let's see how this one goes there, because anything can happen. Serious Mushroom, I think that that has ruined Serious Mushroom's race, unfortunately, hasn't it? He now comes out of the pits there, because he was on course to have some good points here. But this is very much going to help drivers who have had a very tough race in this one. So the drivers that didn't pit then was New Potato, Jinner, Dynamo Dan and Vintage. William is now the highest driver on the medium tyres. How has that happened there? Great drive from William. And that just shows, of course, it did get it got a bit heated in the mid part of the race, but now William is on course to maybe he's going to be in the box seats now. He's going to have fresher tyres, and of course the hard tyres are not going to be as quick at this stage then. So William is going to be very happy with that then. Oh goodness me, as Dan Murphy, that sexy character doing comms. I bet indeed that people can see me, Brooksy. Oh, so people can see Brooksy. That's good stuff indeed then. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what was occurring then, but a good job that people can see Brooksy, because that would have been a bit of a tough one. I thought New Potato was coming in the pits there. So good stuff indeed then. So he's not in a different dimension like he was in Russia. So good stuff indeed then for Brooksy. He's on the fresher medium tyres there. So Brooksy might be able to get some points in this one then. Of course, got 21 laps to go in. Nope, we're on lap 21 out of 29. Without if I read the lap counter there. Of course, you guys got it so good. Back in my day, we didn't have a lap counter. We just had a graphic once every blue moon telling us how many laps were remaining. Then, of course, so that was way back when then. B-Rabbit and Mushroom with no penalties right now. I like that. We like it too. The only sad thing for Cirrus Mushroom is that without this safety car, I think Cirrus Mushroom would have been the heart of the top 10. You know, maybe a 6th position here. He can still get a 6th position. It has condensed up the field, but it's just made his job slightly more harder. But he is the meat in that McLaren sandwich, and with Tip Top in the 11th position, Scuba Stew in 30th position, brought Scuba Stew back into the action as well. So it's all good stuff from my point of view. Mainly because when a safety car causes more drama, then I don't think Smithy Almighty's going to like that, is he? Too much, but of course, Smithy Almighty did cause his own drama last night, didn't he? He went to the back of Nigel, didn't he? Which he's not going to like the fact that I've dropped him in it there, but I must admit I did find it quite funny, to be fair, which I shouldn't do. That's why I'm not a steward, ladies and gentlemen, because of stuff like that. Of course, I should take this much more seriously, shouldn't I? Shocking behaviour. Oh, safety cars in! We are back racing here in Australia. Let's get going, shall we? So, who is your bet then for the Grand Prix winner with about 9 laps to go in this one? William medium, Uman medium, Marsky medium. Marsky's had a tough race and Malik will be getting back into this one. Soft tires with Duncan, Dave, Kaz and Bob. Interesting stuff, and that is the remainder of the top 10. The top 4 are Vintage, Dynamo Dan, Jinner and New Potato. 5 laps for Dynamo Dan and New Potato, 7 laps for Jinner. This is anyone's ball game, isn't it? And here we go. Swifty White, I deserve that. It was great. It really was. And of course, hopefully you release the footage from his car, because that was brilliant. So we're ready to put it on TikTok. Right, we're back racing here in Australia. Let's get going, and that's the perfect restart for New Potato. Jinner in 2nd position, 3rd is Dynamo Dan. Finished in 4th position. I'm going to keep it on the Alpine here, the 2nd Alpine, and that is William then. And there he goes. Bert Molander is parked up. There's an issue in the background, and it is one of the Mercedes, and the Mercedes is facing the wrong way. Jinner's got another penalty. That's a 6-second penalty. These penalties are going to be crucial. Dynamo Dan doesn't have many penalties, of course. So we look at the penalties later on. The 5-second penalty for Reynolds for corner cut-in. That's quite a slam dunk there, isn't it? And a 3-second penalty for Troop as well. Jackson Reynolds in the where is he? That looks a bit suspicious there, as he is down in the place where Alonso crashed out in 2016, but doesn't look too good. We got New Potato, we got no yellow, we got no safety cars here, and that's a troop off the circuit. Mercedes having an absolute nightmare here. William is now in 4th position, Vintage is in 5th, Umambro is now in 6th. A yellow flag in sector 2 is one of the Mercedes of Troop then having a bit of a nightmare race, this one is at the moment. Unfortunately, Mercedes currently on the verge of getting nil points, which is such a shame. They've only got 1 point so far, the regular drivers, which is not good at all. But Sick as Muck doesn't deserve to have that 1 point. He deserves after a lot more than that, because he's been supreme, hasn't he? His speed is oh no, and now we got Brooksy out of the race, and he is gone, right into the barrier, and that is a shame. Jinner set the fast enough for the race then, and Williams then quite quickly eclipsed that as well. No safety car at this stage, and there's no VSC either. Hopefully we'll be racing to the end of this one then, because this is going to be edge of seat stuff. Dynamo Dan is being dropped back. Currently Jin's got a 6-second penalty. New Potato's got 3 seconds. They have to gap. New Potato has to gap. Oh my goodness, Bob is up to 9th position. New Potato has to gap Dynamo down by 3 seconds. He has to gap William by 3 seconds as well. Jinner has to find 6 seconds from the drivers behind. We've got penalties as well. Marsky's having a look on the inside of his teammate, but nothing doing just yet. Troop out of the race then in turn 1 and 2, unfortunately, and that is now a VSC. I don't think it's a full course caution. Well, it's a full course caution, isn't it? But it's not a safety car, I don't think. It is a safety car. Bert Molander has come out again. Brooks is up to the session, and we're down to 14 runners and riders here, and this is going to be a very interesting end then. So what the driver is going to do now, I feel that it's the hard runners going to have to come in the pits and throw on a set of soft tires potentially. We'll find out that B-Route Mushroom is a clean and clever driver. I think something will happen and Mushroom will finish in the top 10. Well, currently at the moment something has happened there, and Mushroom is going to be delighted. As long as he keeps it clean as a whistle, he might be able to get some major points there. The front 2 drivers have stayed out. Dynamo Dan has stayed out as well, but remember, Dynamo Dan has no penalties. The front 2 do have penalties. Into the pits comes Vintage. He has no penalties either. He's driven out of his skin today, Vintage has. He's one of my drivers of the day. McMuffin, Ostrom, not the track for Mercedes in this league then. It really has been. It's been a brutal old 5-second penalty for Castle Speed in the pit lane. It's been a brutal old event, hasn't it, so far for the Mercedes team? I must say that this is going to get very interesting. Let's take a look at the penalties then. That is the penalty situation so far. 3 seconds for New Potato, 6 seconds for Jinner, 6 seconds for William. Goodness me, the Alpine team got an uphill battle to stay in the major point scoring positions there. 3 seconds for you, Mad Bro, 6 seconds for Duncan Dave, and for Tomo Tip Top here, 11 seconds for Scooby Stu. Goodness gracious me, Scooby. What have you been up to? And 8 seconds there for Kaz as well. Hopefully the 5-second penalty for Scooby Stu might be speeding the pit lane. Same with Kaz, I think. So he might be able to get rid of that then. And then that would narrow their penalty situation. On board with New Potato then. So this is going to get very interesting. Dynamo Dan, who has not had the pace compared to the front two, but what he's done is keep it consistent. Consistency is the key, isn't it, in a Grand Prix race? And remember, back in 1982, goodness gracious me, in 1982 there, Keke Rosberg won the World Championship in 82 with just one Grand Prix win. It was all about consistency that year, and a lot of other things as well. It was a very weird year, 82, wasn't it? I think was that the year as well where no one wanted to win the Monaco Grand Prix, where they I think we had a couple laps before the end. A lot of drivers just kept falling off, didn't they? Prost was leading quite comfortably, and or was that 83? I think it was 82, wasn't it? Goodness me. Shocking stuff from myself. If someone can help me, that'd be fantastic, because I am just sinking like a fish here. So the car should be in the end of lap 25. So we'll have 26, we'll have 27, 28, and 29 then to end this race. And look at that, it's absolutely beautiful day here in Australia today, because the flags are not fluttering here in the Australian breeze. It is beautiful to say the least. Then I think that William is going to be very happy at this. And you, man, pro as well. Marsky's got no penalties either. Bob has also said as well. Scooby Stu is in the pits, and I think he was just serving that penalty. Same with Kaz as well, both on soft tyres. Keep an eye on this. This is going to be a shrewd manoeuvre here for the McLaren and for the Haas team. They could score some major pointage in this one. Keep an eye out. Of course, they do have penalties still, but Scooby Stu now only has 6 seconds. Kaz only has 3, and some drivers in front of them do have 6 seconds as well, and it's going to get very cozy, I think, in the last couple of laps here. Course, just a quick plug as well for tomorrow night. We are in Mexico City, Mexico, for the Mexico City Grand Prix, which is the 100% league event, and looking forward to that one now. It's been a good season so far, hasn't it, and we had a cracking race in Abu Dhabi last week. That was it. In Abu Dhabi last week, there was so much heartbreak was at the end of that race. I must admit, I quite enjoy the 100% league, isn't there? There is so much devastation in the last 10 laps. I love it. Maybe I'm just an evil Knievel, maybe. But nonetheless, that's on tomorrow night in Mexico City. Then ALR League racing is going to be back in Imola, of course, for round 4, the first of the European events, and the historic Imola for the from the Emilia Romero Grand Prix, if that's how you say it. It's not how you say it, but there you go. Or let's just call it the San Marino Grand Prix, shall we, for traditionalists like you and I, who was watching F1 before 2007, and that's my excuse. I'm sticking with it. Let's see how this one progresses then. New Potato leads, but has a 3-second penalty, but now he needs to get going. I think Jinner's the quickest on this track in this day, but a couple of mistakes has really cost him here tonight. He had his first pole position. He should be. I feel that this race is starting to get away from Jinner, but let's see how this one transpires. And oh no! And he is in the wall. Jinner is there, and that is heartbreak. Absolute heartbreak there for Jinner. He is. Oh my goodness! William up in his second position, getting past Dynamo Dan now, and you man bro now all over the back as well. The medium tyres are starting to really come home to roost. Oh, Jinner, who's been he's been the quickest man today, I feel, and my heart goes out to the Alpine driver, because that is devastation, isn't it? On board with Duncan David, who is on the soft tyres. The soft tyres may struggle to get to the end, but they may just be quick enough here. To get to the end of the race, and it's explosive evidence there. And I think that's a very good name indeed. Is that really? The evidence is going to throw me under the bus, isn't it? As I was right to the race to get away from Jinner there. But please do not clip that, because I still want want to be Ginner's friend at the end of this one. Scooby Stew having a sniff on the inside of Vintage. I'm wondering if Vintage has made a mistake by coming into the pits here, or pitting on this last safety car. Coming through then to complete lap 26 on lap 27. And let's take a look at the penalties now, shall we? Because that is going to be what's going to win or lose this Grand Prix. Dynamo Dan needs to keep within 3 seconds then. William has set the fast lap of the race then. Dynamo Dan needs to keep within 3 seconds of New Potato. That is what we're going to keep an eye on then. Dynamo Dan though also needs to make sure that he keeps Dumambro behind him, because he doesn't want to lose any time, does he? He's already about a second and a half behind New Potato, and of course he's still got 3 more laps to go in this one. Actually, the driver of the day draw is now out in the comments as well. Keep those comments coming in, ladies and gentlemen. 50% for Dynamo Dan. It's going to be so closely. Tom and Tip Top has had an issue. Scooby Stew is yellow flag somewhere there for someone, but Ginner coming out of the pits now. What a shame there for Ginner. He didn't deserve that at all. Absolutely devastating. But Bob now then, he's got no penalties. Bob has in here. He's going to be grinning from ear to ear. Bob is. We got Marsky also having a good race as well. Same with Duncan Dave, but he has a 6-second penalty. Gomex is all over the back of Serious Mushroom. Those 2 drivers are not penalties either. This is going to be a good. This could be a good race for Serious Mushroom. 9 seconds of penalties for Tomo Tip Top. Gomex is on the outside then, but there's still no dice that he's on the soft compound tires here, isn't he? The gap at the front is now less than a half a second here as we come into the final stages of the Grand Prix. Lap 27 out of 28 then. We've got 2 more tours to go here in Australia. Keep the driver of the day comments coming in. It's 33% now. It's 2 votes each for all 3 drivers. Magnificent stuff indeed. Oh goodness me, I thought William was going straight off into the accident there, wasn't it? That car was understeer city there, wasn't it, from the Alpine? Remember, he's on medium tires as the New Potato. Look at this, you might broke on the outside then. He has taken the 3rd position, has he? No, he hasn't. I've gone to the wrong car. Dynamo Dan then. This is not what Dynamo Dan needs, and he's got a chance of the Grand Prix win here. He has no penalties, of course. It's going to be about time, I remember, then on the second to last lap here. There are the 2 leaders, and they're fighting tooth and nail. William has got an extra 3-second penalty, but let's see then. Let's see what you can push. Maybe push New Potato into a mistake here. This is going to be all or nothing here in the Australian Grand Prix. Duncan Dave now all is over the back as well. Wow, what an incredible end to this Grand Prix. Oh, he's going to have a look. He's having a look, but no dice. Dynamo Dan slams the door shut on his toes for Duncan Dave. Gap at the front is less than a 10th of a second. There it is. Oh, he's at the inside. Yellow flag. What's happened? It's the Aston Martin that Gomex said, and that is going to help Serious Mushroom, because Serious Mushroom there was very much having some issues with the Aston Martin on the final lap now of what has been an absolute barnstorming race. The gap is 2 seconds. The gap is 2 seconds, and here Dynamo Dan has got 1 more lap to go. He cannot lose 9/10 of a second. It's about time, I remind you then. With just 3 miles to go in this Australian Grand Prix. Oh, I'm breathing. Well, I can't breathe just yet. Oh, Tip Top, that's another. Oh, he's gone off the inside. William is forcing the issue. He's going to go wide here, and this is playing into the hands now, and he takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. But I think the New Potato's not concerned about that, because he's concerned about how much time he has lost to Dynamo Dan. Dynamo Dan is now back in the box seats, and he's got the gap down to 1.9 seconds. We're on board the Ferrari drive now. Junior sets the fast lap of the race, and down in 14th position. He might be able to get a point in this one here. Oh, wow, absolutely incredible stuff indeed. New Potato then is leading the driver of the day along with Dynamo Dan at the moment there. And we're on board Dynamo Dan, and the gap is, he's got 9/10 of a second. He's got a second to play with on board the Ferrari. Yellow flag in sector 2 on the Aston Martin. So is Gomex, who's gone off the circuit, unfortunately. Gomex had having a nightmare end to the race, and he had no penalties either. Gomex didn't. So he would have been a major player. And New Potato's in the wall! He's in the wall! And goodness me, that's very synonymous. Almost a carbon copy of what happened in the first ever race in ALR around Australia. But New Potato has maybe thrown this away. Certainly a podium, and coming out of the final turn then, and William's going to win the race on track, but he has got penalties, so it's going to be Dynamo Dan who wins down under the Australian Grand Prix. What an incredible performance of Marsky second, and Bob in third position, 4th Dumambro, 5th is Serious Mushroom. What an incredible end to the race. And Kaz getting 2 points. 1 point for Scooby Shoo. Duncan Dave with getting 8th position as well. It was about lack of penalties. New Potato out of the race. Jinner also struggling to get to the end as well. The driver that was leading that race for majority have come home with literally nil points. Jinner's got maybe a point now, but that is not what he came to Australia for with that pace in that Alpine car. There is going to be a lot of fallout here in this Australian Grand Prix. I have no doubt about that. This one has been a very eventful indeed. But it's Dynamo Dan with his first Grand Prix win in the Ferrari here in bronze. What a magnificent performance. Remember, he was the Division 6 champion in HD last season. And now he takes the win in bronze. And driver of the day as well. Fantastic. Well, as I just sit back and try and take in what that race was in the end, I feel that there's going to be some fallout in that one. I think the Smith Almighty is going to have a bit of work to do in that one to calm the horses and the chargers of bronze, because I feel that there is going to be a lot of fallout in this one. There's going to be some unhappy drivers in that one. Yes, penalties would have definitely helped in this one there, but what an incredible end then to an absolutely barnstorming of a Grand Prix. Let's take a final look at the classification, shall we, from the Australian Grand Prix. Serious Mushroom is, well, he didn't get driver of the day. What's going on there then for Serious Mushroom? I must say, it all just went incredibly upside down there, didn't it? Swan Shanks, well done, Marsky. Fantastic stuff indeed then. Final classification then, Dynamo Dan, his first Grand Prix win in bronze, I believe. I haven't got my stat book out, which is shocking. Second position, Marsky, great drive to second there. Bob, brilliant drive as well in third position. With drivers did get penalties, it really helped them today. You Mad Bro in fourth. Fifth position, Serious Mushroom from 20th on the grid. No penalties, great stuff. Vintage, superb drive as well in sixth for Vintage. He was an absolute machine in the early stages. Seventh position, William, I think the penalties cost him. Same with Duncan Dave in 8th, and Kaz in 9th position. Never give up. And Scooby Stew in 10th position as well. I also never give up either. So 11th position was Tomo Tip Top there. I think that penalties did cost him today for Tip Top. Gomex in 12th position there. He had no penalties, but unfortunately a late spin cost him. Jinner in 13th position. I feel that he was the quickest driver on today, but the race just kept falling away for Jinner, but he did get a point at the very least there. But I think that that's not really going to be as much consolation, unfortunately. We got retirements from New Potato, Dr. Troop, Brooksy, Reynolds, Collins, Billet and Hungry Stars all retired from the Australian Grand Prix here in Melbourne. And breathe. I forgot to mute there. So there's me trying to pretend. Oh gosh, never mind. Absolutely incredible race that was indeed. I need to lie down to be honest. So that was absolutely incredible stuff indeed. Then, well, not really much more to say on that, I think. Tomorrow night is the 100%. We're going to Mexico City tomorrow night to the Mexico City Grand Prix. The highest Grand Prix circuit in terms of altitude there, so that's going to be a cracker, isn't it, to say the least. We got, then next week we're in Imola then for the San Marino Grand Prix, which is not the San Marino Grand Prix, but I can't say the proper Grand Prix name because I'm a fool. That is next week as well then, but yeah, very good stuff indeed today. Drivers did get penalties. That has really been rewarded. Congratulations to Dynamo Dan, who takes his first Grand Prix win in ALR Bronze. Magnificent stuff indeed. The Division 6 champion now challenging bronze. And goodness me, his first race start of the season has produced a Grand Prix win. And I think that is certainly going to be something to watch out for then in the races to come. Then we start our European leg next week then in Imola. Then that's going to be fantastic before we go back over to the other side of the world in Miami. Well, I'm looking forward to that one. That's the first time I'm going to commentate on Miami, so looking forward to that. But I don't think anyone's joining me in the gantry tonight, so I'm going to bid you farewell. Knowles is going to take you through the action tomorrow night in the 100% one. But for now, see you Sunday. Goodbye.